Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review God's Favorite Idiot. And this is a Netflix comedy written by Ben Falcone, starring Ben Falcone and his wife, Melissa McCarthy. And this focuses on this man, Clark, who winds up speaking to God and becoming the unwitting messenger of the Word of God. And this comedy has a lot of ambition and a cool idea, and I'm like, okay, this could be interesting. There's a lot of different ways they could go with this, and it incorporates God, who's like a little British lady. You have Satan, played by Leslie Bibb, which is a interesting and honestly pretty inspired casting. She's a lot of fun. You have the four horsemen of the apocalypse and all of these things thrown into this. You have crazy right-wing religious zealots, and you have people that are non-believers and don't believe that Clark here is actually speaking to God. And there's so many big ideas, but they're not really done in an effective or clever or subtle ways. It's all very on the nose. It's all very plain and just blop. Here's the ideas. Take them. And there's nothing particularly nuanced about the way that this series approaches things. And it's also bogged down with a lot of like the greatest hits of Ben Falcone jokes. And you can even tell from Melissa McCarthy's performance, it's like she's done these jokes before, and it's just very much lazy. It kind of feels like how Mel Brooks got towards the end, where it's just like, let's just recycle these same kinds of gags. People thought they were funny 20 years ago. We'll still think they're funny now. And not really. It's stale. It's not particularly funny. There's some inspired characters like Anna Scotney, who plays Wendy. I really liked her in this series. I think Melissa McCarthy really isn't given a whole lot of material. It feels just like, you know, a Melissa McCarthy performance. And Ben Falcone just, I don't think he's the strongest of actors. And I feel like there's so many actors out there that could play the like idiot, but we love them anyway. And like, there's Paul Rudd in this world where just like, I imagine like the perfect casting for this is Paul Rudd's this guy, and he's just an idiot, but we love him because he's Paul Rudd and he has that charisma. It's just, I don't think Ben Falcone has that, and I never really connected with it. And then there's multiple like love stories going on here and budding romances that I'm just like not really into, not something that I like really grabs me. And in the end, I do feel like a lot of this humor is stale or not very clever. The storylines, there's too many of them going on that are uninteresting, and it just feels like we're padding an 8-episode season that's already less than 30 minutes an episode. Like, this could have easily been like the British route where it's just like 6 episodes. There are some interesting ideas and concepts and, you know, castings like I mentioned. Honestly, I wish there was a little bit more Satan in this because Leslie Bibb's fantastic in it. But you just have something where it's just like, have this idea, let's throw as much basic comedy that you could possibly throw in here to fluff it all up, and not really say anything interesting or new about what this show on Netflix is trying to portray. So I think if you like Melissa McCarthy and Ben Falcone and a lot of their filmography, you might get some laughs out of this. Like, I could still watch late Mel Brooks and still have some fun with it, realizing, like, I've seen this joke literally 5 times in 5 other movies. But it's that kind of experience. It's not something fresh, interesting, and dynamic, which is sad, because the idea could have definitely been that. But those are my thoughts on Season 1 of God's Favorite Idiot. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.